In our daily life, decimal numbers are commonly used to represent the units of mass, length, weight, distance, currency, etc. Even we receive bills for many things. There are bills for services such as electricity, gas supply, telephone, etc. There are bills for work done like painting a house and repairing a TV, and there are also shopping bills as well, right? Have you ever come across the price tags with fractions on it? Perhaps no, isn't it? Reason for this is that decimals are much easier to visualize than fractions. Common man use decimals for all his calculations because they are very useful in mathematics. The number 10 forms the base of the decimal system, right? You have already learnt about fractions. Decimal is a kind of fraction whose denominator is either 10, 100, 1000, 10,000, etc. That is a power of 10. For example, 6 upon 10 can be written as 0.6. 15 upon 100 can be written as 0.15. 16 upon 1000 can be written as 0.016. Fine. Now we need to know what is a decimal. So let's see. The word decimal comes from the Latin word decima, which means tenth part. That means the word decimal also has some meaning. It has the meaning that it is based on 10. Okay, that means a decimal number consists of two parts, whole part and a decimal part, which is also known as a decimal fraction. Fine. The number before decimal point is the whole part. The number after decimal point, that is your decimal fraction. So here 75.481, in this number 75 is a whole number, whereas 0.481 is a decimal fraction. Remember that a decimal point separates a whole number from a decimal fraction. If we divide a whole thing, that is, say if this is your whole part and it is divided into 10 parts, this is one whole. If it is divided into 10 parts, see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10, and only one part is been shaded. This represents 1 upon 10, 10th part of a whole. If a thing is divided into 100 equal parts, so this one, these are total 100 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and here also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. 10 tens are 100. So this is total, these are 100 parts. Out of this, if I shade only one part, then it means this is 100th part of the whole. Now let us answer these questions. Circle a decimal fraction. Now, as you know, the decimal fraction should have the denominators as 10, 100, 1000, 10,000, etc. So, if it is so, we will circle it, otherwise not. Say here, the denominator is 10. So yes, this is a decimal fraction. Denominator is 100. Powers of 10 you have to see. So 10, 100, denominator is 1000, so correct. Here the denominator is 3. Is it a decimal fraction? No, because denominator is not a power of 10. So this is not a decimal fraction. Here the denominator is 17. So it's not a power of 10. So this is not a decimal fraction. Here the denominator is 100. So yes, we need to circle that also. So this is a decimal fraction. Fine. Now let us go for the next question. Write the whole number and a decimal part. See the question given here. As I said, the whole part and the decimal part get separated by the decimal point. So the number before decimal point is your whole part, and after decimal point, that is the fractional part. But how to write it? The whole part before decimal point 0. After decimal point, don't write only 549. Write with a decimal point 549. The second question, 3.634. So before decimal point 3, which is your whole part. After decimal point, so 0.634. Before decimal point, this is 21, which is your whole part, and after decimal point, that is 492. This is your decimal fraction. The decimal system is an extension of the place value system of whole numbers. Each digit in a number has a different place, whether it is before decimal point or it is after decimal point. The decimal system is a base 10 number system, right? So the place values vary by a multiple of 10. The place value of each digit is multiplied by 10 as we move from right to left. Okay, from right to left if we move, then it is multiplied by 10. 10, 100, 1000 and so on. And as we move to the left side, it is divided by 10. So divided by 10, 100, 1000 and so on. Here you can see the place value chart for decimal system. Fine. Now let us see how to find the place value or how to write the place value of the given number. We will start with the easiest one. Let me write the number, say 324 only. So 4 is in ones place, 2 is in tens place and 3 is in hundreds place, right? So here what is the place value of 4? That is 4 into 1, 4. 2 is in tens place. Place value of 2 will be 2 into 10, that is 20. Place value of 3, as 3 is in hundreds place, place value of 3 will be 3 into 100, that is equal to 300. Fine. If I add still one digit more, say here I add 6. So this 6 is in thousands place. So place value of 6 will be 6 into 1000, that is equal to 6000, right? Now I add still say 8, 9 and 5. Now this 8 is in tenths place after decimal point, first digit, so that is in tens place. 9 is in hundreds place, right? And 5 is in thousands place. Check the spellings what I have written, THS, it ends with THS. Here this was your ones, this is your tens, this is your hundreds, and this is your thousands. Is it okay? So what is the place value of 8? That is 8 into 1 upon 10, that is 8 upon 10. After decimal point, first digit, so denominator is ended with 10. This is after decimal point, the second digit, so denominator is 100 and the numerator is 9. 9 upon 100. What is the place value of this 5? That is 5 upon 1000. After decimal point, third digit, that is 3 zeros, you should have it, right? This is actually 5 into 1 upon 1000. This was your 9 into 1 upon 100, that is 9 upon 100. Fine. Let us see few more examples so you are clear. Let us write the place value of each digit in this number. Before decimal point, the number is a whole number. So as usual, place value of 3 will be 3. Place value of 6 will be 60. Place value of 5 will be 500. Place value of 1 will be 1000. Okay. The easiest way to remember is write 1 and after 1 how many digits follows. That is 3 digits follows, so 3 zeros. 5 and after 5 how many digits follows, that is 2 digits follows, so 2 zeros. That is, here we are talking about number before decimal point. Fine. Now number after decimal point, that is after decimal point, this is the first digit, so write 9 in the numerator and 10 in the denominator. After decimal point, first digit, so denominator should have 10. If it is after decimal point second digit, the denominator should be 100. If after decimal point third digit is also there, say here this is 7, then the place value will be 7 upon 1000. Place value of this 8 will be 8 upon 100. Similarly, let us do one more example. Say you are given 15.27. What is the place value of 1? That is 10. Place value of 7, that is 7 upon 100, because after decimal point second digit. What is the place value of 2? That is 2 upon 10. After decimal point first digit. So denominator is 10. What is the place value of 5? That is 5 is in ones place. So place value of 5 is 5. Now let us see how to read decimal numbers. See the first question here. 12.632. Now how will you write and read the decimal numbers? Two ways you can write it. Say before decimal point, the number as it is you have to read. That is, before decimal the whole number is 12. So write it as 12 and decimal point you will read as and. 12 and. Now after decimal point 3 digits are there. That means this is the place for tens, hundreds and thousands. So you can write it as 12 and 632 thousands. Here you can see I have written. Okay. And the second way is you can write it as 12.632. Write it separately. You cannot write here 632. When you are using point, you will write all three digits separately. See the second question here. 512.92. Now two ways we will see. First of all, using and, that is here before decimal point, the number 512 and 92. Now after decimal point 2 digits. This is the place for tens and this is the place for hundreds. So 92 hundreds. 512 and 92 hundredths. And the second way is, you can also write it as 512.92. Here, just remember, as I said here, these digits are to be written separately. I did not ask you to write as 512 point. No. 512.92. See the third question here. 63.3. How will you read as? 63 and 7 tenths. And the second way is 63.7. Just like the whole numbers, decimals can also be expressed in the expanded form. So let's learn how to write the decimals in the expanded form. You can write the same thing in three ways. We will see all the three possibilities. First of all, we will try to read out this decimal number properly as you have learned. So here you can read out this decimal as 456 and 793 thousandths. Okay, or you can read out as 456.793. Now let's write the expanded form of that. As you know, before decimal point, this is a whole number and you can write it in the usual way. So this is in hundreds place. So 400 plus 50 plus 6. Now after decimal point, the number is in 10th place. So 7 upon 10. 9th is the second digit after decimal point. So 9 upon 100 plus 3 is the digit after decimal point, the third one. So you can express it as 3 upon 1000, right? Now the same thing you can write it as 4 hundredths plus 5 tenths plus 6 ones plus 7 tenths. Check this spelling also. Plus 9 hundredths ths plus 3 thousandths. Is it okay? Let us move to the third part also. This can be written as 400 plus 50 plus 6 plus 7 upon 10. You can express it as 0.7 plus 9 upon 100, that is 0.09 plus 3 upon 1000, that is you can express it as 0.003. Okay, now let's move to the second question. Let me write it as say 12.03. So all the three ways we will write. We will read out the number properly. 12 and 3 hundredths or 12.03. So first of all, we will write in this way. So this is 10 plus 2. Now 0, even if you write it as 0 upon 10, then it doesn't have any value, right? That is, the value of this place will be 0. So no need to write this one. You can simply go with the next number, that is your 3 is in the hundredths place. So write it as 3 upon 100. Fine. The second way is 110 plus 2 ones plus 3 hundredths. Is it okay? And the third one, that is you can write it as 10 plus 2 plus 0.03. Fine. Remember that we write 0 at the vacant places between the two places. That is here, even if you don't write 0 upon 10, that is fine. Fine. Let us see now how to write these as decimal numbers. Now, first question, let us move to 1.3. So, your point is given. So, before point, you have to write 1. Before point 1 and after point, that is 3. 1.3. Let's go with the next question. 8 thousands. Now here this is THS, that is 8 is in thousands place. So this is in the third place after decimal point. That is, first place is vacant, we will write 0. Second place is vacant, we will write 0. And 8 is in thousands place, so we will write here 8. And what about the number before decimal point? That is, you have to write it as 0 because nothing is given there. Let's go with the next question here. 36 and 859 thousands. So as you know, the numbers is separated with this part. So this is your decimal point. Before decimal point, you need to write 36 and now read out the number after and. 859 thousands. So here I will write 859, 859, 3 digits. This is thousands, so after decimal point, you should have 3 digits. Okay, let's go with the next question. 49 and 300s. So this is and, that means before decimal point I need to write 49 and after decimal point this is 300s. So 3 is in hundreds place, that is after decimal point second digit. So what about the first digit? After the decimal point, that place is vacant, so you will write there 0 and 3 in hundreds place. Is it okay? Let's go with the next question. 806 and 99 thousands. So here this is and, before and it's given 806. So I will write 806. Now after and 99 thousands. So 99 you have to write it in 3 digits because this is thousands place, so after decimal point you should have 3 digits, right? And how to write 99 in 3 digits? That is 0. Now read this question. Write a decimal number equivalent to the number written in the expanded form. So here the expanded form is given. You have to write a decimal number for this expanded form, right? Now before attempting the question, just listen here for a few minutes. That is, here before decimal point, that is, you have to write the whole number. Is it okay? Whatever the number of digits it has, ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. And here after decimal point, this will be the tenths place, this will be hundreds place, and this will be thousands place. Okay, whichever the places are vacant, you have to write 0 in that place, right? So here we start. Say here the first question is given as 4 into 10. So 4 into 10 becomes 40 plus 3 into 1, that is 3, and this is 2 into 1 upon 10, that is 2 upon 10. So this is the fractional part, this is the whole part. So 4 into 10, that is 4 is in which place? Tens place. Before decimal point, 3 is in ones place and 4 is in tens place, whereas this is multiplication with 1 by 10. So after decimal point, this is the first digit. What is that? 2. So you need to write there 2. Let's come with the next question. This is 7 into 1000. 6 into 100, that is 7 is in thousands place, 6 is in hundreds place, 3 is in tens place, 4 is in ones place. So before decimal point, if you have thousands, then you need to write like this. Okay, this is your ones, tens, hundreds and thousands place. Right? So 7 is in thousands place, 6 is in hundreds place, 3 is in tens place, 4 is in ones place. Now let's see the other part of that. 3 is in which place? Thousands place. So after decimal point, 3 should be the third digit. So you need to write here. This is not the first digit because it is given first. You need to think that where is 3 given? Is it in tens place, hundreds place, thousands place, like that. Now 2 is in which place? Hundreds place. So 2 I should write it here. Okay, after decimal point, second digit. And 1 is in tens place. So 1 I need to write here. Let's move to the third question. 70 plus 3. So it becomes 73. This is upon 100 and this is upon 1000. So 2 is in hundreds place, that is after decimal point, second digit. So what about the after decimal point, first digit? As I said, if nothing is given, then that place is vacant and you need to write 0 in that place. So here upon 10 is not there. So here this place is vacant, right? So here you have to write 0. 2 is in hundreds place after decimal point, second digit, and 3 is in thousands place. So 3 you need to write it as the third position. Now here 256 point. Now where is 7? 7 is in thousands place, that is after decimal point the third digit will be 7. So what about the other two digits? Other two digits you need to write it as 0. Now let's move to the next question. Here you have 7 upon 10, 3 upon 100 plus 5 upon 1000. So 7 is in tens place, that is after decimal point. So what about the number before decimal point? Nothing is given, so write it 0. Now 7 is in tens place, that is after decimal point, first digit. 3 is in hundreds place, so after decimal point, second digit. And 5 is in thousands place, so 5 will be your third digit after decimal point, right?